Hello everyone. In this video, I try to explain James' psychology using psychoanalysis because Silent Hill 2 narrates its story with a symbolic perspective. So let's get started. Silent Hill 2 starts with a scene in which a man stares at a mirror and hands over his face. He does such a hand movement to check whether he is in a dream or in a real situation. It is common in the realization. Then he gets out the bathroom. He asks Mary if she could in Silent Hill. She was dead due to a terminal disease 3 years ago. Before going deeper, I must say that we experienced the whole game from James' perspective. In a later scene, we see a white car with one of doors open. Also, his wife's dead body is in the backseat of the car. His wife must have been dead recently, but he says she was dead 3 years ago. Also, a normal person certainly notices the dead body when making a trip with it. So, he has experienced denial and selective memory loss or repression. These terms are directly related to Freud's defense mechanisms. According to his topographical model of mind, it is the unconscious part of mind that seeks to satisfy the basic drives of survival, reproduction, and aggression. It operates on what is known as the pleasure principle. The ego, on the other hand, is the part that operates on what is called the reality principle. It seeks to satisfy its impulses without jeopardizing long-term pleasures and safety. The final part is the superego. It is some moral voice that pressures the ego not only to satisfy its needs realistically and practically, but also to carry out the task in ideal manner. The superego is some judge on actions and strives for perfection. Freud argued that when ego fears the inability to balance between its sexual and aggressive needs and a proper way to attain it as the superego demands, the result is anxiety. In order to deal with anxiety, Freud proposed that the ego develops defense mechanisms. Defense mechanisms reduce anxiety by reducing or redirecting anxiety in various ways, but always by distorting reality. Mental illnesses, according to Freud, emanates from the struggle of these motives seeking satisfaction and social structure and norms that restrain them. The ideal state is where this conflict between pleasure-seeking biological impulses is met without resulting in guilt or punishment. Throughout game, I noticed some defense mechanisms. The first two are, as I mentioned, denial and repression. Denial is a believing that what is true to be actually false. James doesn't accept that his wife is dead even if he makes a trip with her body. Also, at the beginning of the game, he hears a radio speech. There is a woman talking in the radio. She sounds like Mary, and we cannot hear all the speech due to static. It is another example of denial. By doing so, he protects his ego.
Oh yeah. This thing broken? What the? I better take it anyway. I might need it. Oh yeah! This thing broken?
James, I'm here. Come to me. James, I'm waiting for you. Why did you kill me? James.
What the? I'd better take it anyway. I might need it.
Laura?
Huh? You know my name?
Eddie told me.
That big fat blabbermouth.
How do you know about Mary?
What's the big deal?
Why can't you just tell me?
You gonna yell at me if I don't?
No, I won't.
I was friends with Mary. We met at the hospital. It was last year.
You liar! Laura,
Fine, don't believe me.
But last year, Mary was already... I'm sorry, Laura. Anyway, let's go. We can talk about this later. This is no place for a kid. There are all sorts of strange things around here. I can't believe you haven't even gotten a scratch on you.
Why should I?
Repression is that pushing uncomfortable thoughts into the subconscious. It is a prominent mechanism that James employs. He seems that he doesn't know he is the killer of his wife. He killed her recently, even if the town and its parts seem a reminder. He repressed that memory trace.
You said your wife Mary was dead, right?
Yes, she was ill.
Liar! I know about you. You didn't want her around anymore. You probably found someone else.
That's ridiculous. I never...
Think it's okay to kill people? You need help, Eddie. Don't get all holy on me, James. This town called you too. You and me are the same. We're not like other people. Don't you know that? Let's...
You're coming with me?
You were gonna just leave me?
No, but...
With all these monsters around?
No, I just...
I'm all alone here. Everyone else is gone. I look like Mary, don't I? You loved her, right? Huh. Or maybe you hated her.
Don't be ridiculous.
So it's okay?
Yeah, fine. Maria? Maria? Maria, no! What happened to you? Why? Why?
Stop! Leave her alone! Leave us both the hell alone! Ah!
I was weak. That's why I needed you. Needed someone to punish me for my sins. But that's all over now. I know the truth. Now it's time to end this.
One of the prominent examples is that Pyramid Head kills Maria 2 times. He finally realized that he killed Mary when he has watched the videotape. Freud believed that the unconscious is reservoir of human experiences forced to obscurity by the ego, so that they protect the subject from unbearable pains when those experiences are remembered. However, these hidden memories affect the subject without their being aware. The ego works very hard to keep these memories hidden. Moreover, at the beginning of the game, James has a letter from Mary. This letter gradually disappears throughout the game. Finally, when he kills Eddie in self-defense, the letter is completely lost. This progressive disappearance is related to his realization of what he has done. So there was no letter, and he probably imagined there was a letter. He cannot differentiate fantasy from reality, just like psychosis situation. Also, a letter from the dead wife is a good reason to come back to Silent Hill. So it is related to another defense mechanism.
Mary? No, you're not.
Do I look like your girlfriend?
No, my late wife. I can't believe it. You could be her twin. Your face, your voice, just your hair and clothes are different.
My name is Maria. I don't look like a ghost, do I? See? Feel how warm I am?
You're really not Mary.
I told you, I'm Maria.
Sorry. I was confused.
Where are you going?
I'm looking for Mary. Have you seen her?
Didn't you say she died?
Oh yeah, 3 years ago. But I got a letter from her. She says she was waiting in our special place.
And that's here? Anyway, I haven't seen her. Is this your only special place?
Well, there's the hotel too, I guess. The one on the lake? I wonder if it's still there.
The Lakeview Hotel? Yeah, it's still there. So the hotel was your special place, huh? I'll bet it was. Don't get so mad. I was just joking. Anyway, it's not that way. It's this way.
You're coming with me?
You were gonna just leave me?
No, but...
With all these monsters around?
No, I just...
I'm all alone here. Everyone else is gone. I look like Mary, don't I? You loved her, right? Or maybe you hated her.
Don't be ridiculous.
So it's okay?
Yeah, fine.
While he is looking for his wife, he meets Maria, who is very similar to Mary, but she is very attractive person. Maria is a girl who works as a stripper at Silent Hill's Heaven's Night. Throughout the game, we realize she is a creature like others. However, why does she look like Mary? Firstly, she is a product of the imagination of James' inner desire. While Mary was sick, he couldn't satisfy himself sexually. Moreover, sexual desires are excellent driver. Believe it that consciously and subconsciously, human behavior is geared towards satisfying sexual and aggressive instincts. Similar but charming Maria is a nice example of displacement, which is directing emotions to substitute target. At the end of the game, James realizes he doesn't need Maria anymore because he is completely accepting the truth.
Mary?
Wrong again. Mary's dead. You killed her.
Maria? Maria, I'm done with you.
What do you mean? But I can be yours. I'll be here for you forever. And I'll never yell at you or make you feel bad. That's what you wanted.
Now I understand. The problem is, you're not Mary.
No, James. I won't let you. I'll never let you have.
Pyramid Head is one of the iconic bosses of Silent Hill 2. Intuitively, we all know why he is in Silent Hill. It is a reminder of James' sin or his guilt. For instance, he rapes mannequins at the Woodside apartment. It represents James' sexual frustration. Also, he kills Maria twice throughout the game. He is a result of imagination of James. James says that I was weak, that is why I needed you. I needed someone to punish me for my sins, but that's all over now. I know the truth. Now it is time to end this. When Maria is dead for third time, and James finally understands what Pyramid Heads and Maria are, the Pyramid Heads are here to punish James for his sins. Refusing to free Pyramid Heads, James turns and attacks the Pyramid Heads, with James no longer using them, and they deliberately impale themselves on their spears. When he realizes entirely what he has done, Pyramid Heads accomplish their mission. James locates an old videotape mentioned earlier by Maria and finds his way to room 312, where he and Mary had stayed on their vacation. Inserting the tape into a player, James watches a static written video of himself as he smothers Mary to death with her pillow. For a few moments, James silently sits, realizing the truth and facing his psychological guilt. Then Laura enters the room and asks James if he has found Mary yet, and James tells her the truth, causing Laura to yell at him and run out of the room. James sits in silence until he receives a radio transmission from Mary calling for him. After watching the video, the letter from Mary vanishes completely. In the game, nurses and mannequins represents James' sexual frustration. Nurses also refer to Mary's hospital stay. Pyramid Head represents James' double, his brutal sexual desire, and at the same time his sexual frustration towards Mary during her hospitalization. Not surprisingly, the monster is shown during the rape of two mannequins. Also, it kills Mary twice times throughout the game. It is also represents James' sense of guilt, appearing several times throughout the game as an eternal return of what the protagonist has committed. Lastly, I want to say that the holes in the game represents deep parts of James' mind. In the end, he finds Maria. In my opinion, if you look at the promotional pictures and the part of the scene, I think she is trapped in prison, and James cannot access her easily. Maria represents James' sexual frustration, with the bars being a manifestation of his desire for her. She is caged and waiting for him. Also, when James reaches Maria, he sees that she is dead like Mary. Moreover, we see this scene after jumping into the third and last hole. It is represented in the deep part of the James' mind.
That thing! It stabbed you! There was blood everywhere!
Stabbed me? What do you mean?
It chased us to the elevator, and then...
James, what are you talking about?
Just before! Don't you remember?
James, honey, did something happen to you? After we got separated in that long hallway? Are you confusing me with someone else? You were always so forgetful. Remember that time in the hotel?
Maria?
You said you took everything, but you forgot that videotape we made. I wonder if it's still there.
How do you know about that? Aren't you Maria?
I'm not your Mary.
So, you're Maria?
I am. If you want me to be.
All I want from you is an answer.
It doesn't matter who I am. I'm here for you, James. See? I'm real. Don't you want to touch me?
I don't know.
Come and get me. I can't do anything through these bars.
Okay. Stay right there. I'll be there soon.
Freud's early theories suggested that we were motivated by sexual energy, a sort of life force called the libido. Aggression might be caused by libido being misapplied or not adequately controlled. Throughout game, James' darker side is revealed in some of his actions. James lost some of his confidence and self-respect when Mary became ill, progressing to deep grief and depression after her eventual passing. He is convinced that she has died as a result of her illnesses, refusing to accept that he played any part in her death. James may be perceived as cowardly, running away from his guilt.
James! Wait! Please don't go! Stay with me! Don't leave me alone! I didn't mean what I said! Please, James! Tell me I'll be okay! Tell me I'm not going to die! Help me! James. Give me back that knife.
No. I won't.
Saving it for yourself?
Me? No. I'd never kill myself.
Rationalization, which is creating false but credible justifications. He decided to suicide, like in Shinju is a Japanese term, double suicide, used in a common parlance to refer to any group suicide of two or more individuals bound by love, but he is afraid and he has to protect his ego, so imagining a letter from his wife is a better way of protecting his ego.
No. That's not the whole truth. You also said that you didn't want to die. The truth is, part of me hated you for taking away my life.
You killed me, and you're suffering for it. It's enough, James.
Mary?
James!
Now I understand the real reason I came to this town. I wonder, what was I afraid of? Now I understand the real reason I came to this town. I wonder, what was I afraid of? Without you, Mary, I've got nothing. Now we can be together.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you. Waiting for you to come to see me. But you never do. And so I wait, wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I know I've done a terrible thing to you. Something you'll never forgive me for. I wish I could change that. But I can't. I feel so pathetic and ugly laying here, waiting for you. Every day I stare up at the cracks in the ceiling, and all I can think about is how unfair it all is. The doctor came today. He told me I could go home for a short stay. It's not that I'm getting better. It's just that this may be my last chance. I think you know what I mean. Even so, I'm glad to be coming home. I've missed you terribly. But I'm afraid, James. I'm afraid you don't really want me to come home. Whenever you come see me, I can tell how hard it is on you. I don't know if you hate me or pity me, or maybe I just disgust you. I'm sorry about that. When I first learned that I was going to die, I just didn't want to accept it. I was so angry all the time, and I struck out at everyone I loved most. Especially you, James. That's why I understand if you do hate me. But I want you to know this, James. I'll always love you. Even though our life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. We had some wonderful years together. Well, this letter has gone on too long, so I'll say goodbye. I told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone. That means that as you read this, I'm already dead. I can't tell you to remember me, but I can't bear for you to forget me. These last few years since I became ill, I am so sorry for what I did to you, did to us. You've given me so much, and I haven't been able to return a single thing. That's why I want you to live for yourself now. Do what's best for you, James. James, you made me happy.